All the time. I mean, they're out there all day. So whenever you get to the aid station, please thank them. Now, with this race, because of COVID, the volunteers are going to serve you any hydration. So all you need to do is put out your bladder, your cup, and they will pour any Gatorade or water for you. Everything will be in individual serving size food containers. So grab everything and get going. There will be no communal like bag of chips or M&Ms to stuff your face in. Finally, there is a new section this year that we've added. It's going to be between Hairpin Aid Station and the time that you get back here. It's only a 2.5 mile section, but we added another 400 feet of climbing. If you complain, blame this guy. He's our trail boss and the course designer for this year. And other than that, have a good race. Be careful out there. If anyone gets hurt, make sure they're taken care of. If you are hurt, try to get to the nearest aid station, but there will be a sweeper behind you that if you're in serious trouble, we will find a way to extract you. So everyone line up right in front of me. Good luck, everyone.
All right, go get it, guys. Enjoy, get it.
I gotta start. Okay, now. In my pocket, I have a phone and there's an alarm set for 8:45 and let me know that.
Right in front of the sweeper. Alright. Good Saturday morning. We've kicked off the Blue Knob State Park run, rocking the knob. Following a single track up right now. So, just walking in, trying to be real conservative with everything. Only running the most runnable bits. Kind of poles to help some of these climbs, some of these descents. I got buffs on my arms that I'll use later for more rocky sections. Put them on my hands to kind of give some protection. As some of the bits are a bit rock scrambly, But we're having a good time. Michael's a little bit behind me, Aaron behind him. We're doing the full marathon today. Alright, that's a bit of a climb. Naturally, there's going to be a lot of walking in this race, both because of the elevation and because I've got Chicago in 3 weeks. So today is about fun, not time. Of course, it's a race, so you also have to make sure you don't fall too far back. Oh! Rocket and Knob is in Blue Knob State Park, Pennsylvania, by the way. I was gifted this entry, and as you saw earlier, they wrote on my bib, "You won this, ha ha ha." So I'm sure they're getting a kick out of this. Let's torture the kid from Orlando with some hills. So here we are. Treadmill doesn't quite compare. Alright, I'm gonna climb. I'll put the camera away. About 4 miles in, strapped up a gnarly downhill section. Saw like a stone staircase, but you could just fly. So it was a lot of fun. Making our way back up now. So taking the opportunity to slow down, catch my breath, get some water. Just kind of maintain expectations. Got my watch paced to 7 hours, which we are maintaining just fine right now. It's a long race, a lot of variables, so time I think is 9. So 7 seemed conservative enough to not feel like I was just walking the whole thing, and fast enough obviously to stay ahead of, of course, Sweeper said problems arise, you know, give me that fighting chance. So that's where we're going to try to stay. It was a great attempt at start in the 60s. Told you to do that.
He'll catch up.
The high's going to be in the 80s, so I'll be riding home. Humid, hot, but then at hills. So home, don't have these kind of hills. So. But to keep remembering, the prize is Chicago in 3 weeks. So as much as I want to run right now and just see what I got in my legs. I know I'd be shooting myself if the weather's good in Chicago. I can really shoot for a PR. So, definitely humid today. Alright, let's keep pushing. So I've been running with these three for a bit. Ahead, that's Tim, Eastern Fairfax. And behind me is Dina. I think Dina's not local. This is her first marathon. He skipped over the marathon distance and went straight to 50K miles. So we can have a good chat. And this was just too pretty not to film. Here we are. Staying comfortable, staying conversational. I think it's really helping pace. So I think once we get past this section here, we'll probably all team up again and conquer the next section. But if we don't, it's been nice to talk to them. 3 miles. Woo! $471 in. Just looking at the aid station.
That's why I didn't.
Picked up some calories,
I was thinking of ordering
some
something.
Powerade.
But then I decided, I heard somebody say the same thing, like, if you don't train with them.
After a few miles, it's becoming
Yeah. Yeah. So,
like hand sticky.
yeah. I guess uphill is a good time to eat M&Ms.
Alright, I'm gonna get my clothes out. Whew. Let's travel through another uphill section. We're about 10 miles in, I think. Yeah, a little over 10 miles in. Been some nice flying sections downhill, but these uphills are brutal. This is new, hardest hills in the race. Those are later. This later. Must be a really strong field. Thought I'd catch more runners, but doesn't seem to be the case. Been alone for a couple miles. Whew. Alright. I need my pulse for this part. Whew. All good things come to an end. Yep. It's not scary at all. Whew. We are a little over 12 miles in. We have a huge rock stair climb. Last rock stair climb had a runner on the side puking. It was about a mile from an aid station, so hope she was okay. This is intense. Alright, so this is gonna be hands and knees. I'll catch you around.
People like did they throw a lot at you?
No.
What time is it anyhow? There's some potato soup up here too. I don't know. There's potato soup, man. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Really nice. Well, we're really high up.
Yeah, we've been climbing quite a bit.
But I know people are. You figure the morning when the morning started.
Leaving that aid station, it seems like we got a particularly hard section coming up. So coming off one hard section and into another. Sun's all the way up. It's definitely in the 80s. Luckily I practiced that. Ugh. I'm loaded up. Had some more calories. Some more electrolyte. That climb, we're definitely off pace for 7 hours, but that's why I picked that as a baseline. Give myself a little bit of buffer. Whew. Got some hellish climbs coming up. Let's go. So it looks like we're up here at the top of the snow resort. Snow tubing. This must be what Aaron and Mike were talking about. If that's the case, I think this section we're gonna go down the ski slope. So see where we end up. Talk about bizarre. And all these chain lifts just sitting here. Should we go that way? Well, came all the way down the ski slopes and now gotta go back up. Death march up. All right. And we're going that way. Are you an expert? You better be. Oh boy. I mean, I know that's referencing the snow, hopefully, but oh, is that not ominous about what we have ahead of us? All right, we went down ski slope, back up the ski slope. That was absolute hell. Oh, just wrecking everyone's hamstrings up that hill. But looks like trail's going that way. I'm gonna run for a bit. Catch you on.
Down there that the finish line is not in a valley.
Just past Quitter's Row. That's because they put that aid station right next to the finish line. So, why keep going? That was some tough sections. Some of the parts is like the poles were pointless. It's better to stow the poles and use the trees to get yourself up the hill. But basically we got 6.2 to go. And it's 5K down and a 5K back up. It's the same route the 10K takes. So I'd do a battery swap, so I don't know how much of that's saved. But just left Quitter's Row. So now it's a 5K downhill, 5K back up the same hill, I believe. So I call it Quitter's Row because, well, the finish line's right there. Why leave it and actually finish? So, but we're going down. This is actually the 10K course now. So we go down to an aid station and then back up the hill. Maybe it might be the same hill, but similar distance, I think, because I had the loop at the finish line. There's probably first loop, second loop. So we are gonna wrap this up. And hopefully Tom did well on his 10K. Find out. He did. So pretty. Alright. So I'm gonna run this out. See you at the finish line. Or the next aid station. Rope punch aid station, 2.8 miles to the finish. Give it 1,500 feet.
I think about that for driving, for running. I don't want people to know how pathetic I really am.
Throat punch hill.
Onward and upward.
2.8 to go. Immediately out of throat punch hill. Aid station. And up throat punch hill. What they said. But don't suck now. Woo! Alright. Let's get to climbing. I'll see y'all at the finish. Alright. About 2/10 of a mile left. We are well over 8 hours into this race. But it's coming to an end. So looks like we'll just be looping around back to the finish line just a bit. That's Dina up ahead, who's run a good portion of this with me, just kind of happenstance. She found that stick on the trail. Definitely helped her out a bit. I stowed mine for the end of the race. You're almost done. All right. Let's see the finish line. Yeah. Sure.
I'm gonna probably climb the next stick.
You made it.
It's a sideway hill. That's the way it is.
Way to go! Way to go, guys! When you went down, Mom did it. How was that?
Big old dog. Good morning. It's the day after the race. Just thought I'd do a quick wrap up of the Rockin' the Knob marathon. A lot of what the footage didn't show you was the incredible climbs and descents of this race, and a lot of them were off trail, so to speak. You literally find yourself going up the side of the mountain, and the trail or fire road would go, down the way a bit. And many of the parts you would have to scramble on your hands, knees, or use the trees or your poles to get up very steep, sometimes 40% grades, with slick rock and loose dirt, gravel. So a lot of that just isn't in the video, and it was definitely a tough race. Over 6,000 feet of elevation ascent, over 26 and change miles. Very difficult. But I'm glad I came and did it. This marked Pennsylvania off my list and managed to do it in under the cutoff, about 8 hours, 20 minutes. So it got very hot. I think that slowed down a lot of runners. My two friends, Aaron and Michael, they did not finish. They were having kind of stomach issues and heart rate issues early on in the race, and also trying to pace themselves a bit, and fell behind time that they would not have been able to make up on the back half, because the back half is just really a lot of sections just aren't runnable. You're going to have to hike them because the terrain just doesn't lend itself to running, even when the elevation, like the ascent descent grade of that portion would be runnable. Because of the terrain, it just isn't as runnable as you need to make up time, and they fell behind time by the mile 18 cutoff and got pulled. So that's why they were at the finish line of the video. Kind of a surprise to me, but once I kind of got my head through, I was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I was running behind my time, just dealing with the heat and the hills. So, but they are feeling great now. I am actually feeling pretty okay. I did, just run a tough marathon yesterday, but I've been moving around the hotel, went and got breakfast. So I think it's going to be a good recovery. Today I'll be walking around Philadelphia as I've never been, and kind of recovering. Hopefully I'll be able to do the Rocky Steps. I think if I could do the Rocky Steps after that marathon, we're in good shape. So I'm going to take today off of running, maybe run tomorrow, just a little bit, and then kind of take the rest of the week kind of as it comes. And then jump back on the taper schedule, whatever's on it, next week, as we head into Chicago in just less than 3 weeks now. So we are getting very close to the end. Yeah, I did have friends Tom and Kate who finished their first 10K, which is actually the last 10K of the marathon route. Amazing, or their first trail 10K, I should say, and very impressive for a first trail race. Definitely harder than my first trail race, which was a half marathon, but because of the course, hats off to them for finishing that race. And if you are looking for one of the toughest races on trail on the East Coast, this definitely comes front of mind. So it's again Rockin' the Knob at Blue Knob State Park. It's on for those outside of Pennsylvania, it's closer to Pittsburgh side than it is the Philly side. Though I did fly in and out of Philly because Aaron and Michael live in New Jersey, and so that was easy to get picked up and drove over to Blue Knob State Park. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for following along, and get out there and have some fun, and I will see you next week.